Allan Poe, born in Boston, Massachusetts, on January 19, 1809, to his parents David and Elizabeth Poe. Poe's parents were traveling actors. His mother Elizabeth was very well known for her beauty, while his father could hardly maintain a job due to his alcoholism. Edgar Poe has a brother and a sister named Henry and Rosalie. At the age of 1, his father abandons the family. Elizabeth continues supporting and maintaining the family by herself. Elizabeth gets sick and suffers from pneumonia. She eventually dies at the age of 24, leaving Poe and his siblings lonely. Poe is then adopted by a wealthy family, the Allens, while his brother stays with his grandfather and his sister is adopted by another family. At the age of 6, Poe is taken to England, where he attends some of the finest and wealthiest schools in the country. At the age of 17, Poe attends the University of Virginia. 1 year later, he dropped from school because his father wouldn't give him any money. At the age of 19, Poe joins the army, but a year later he returns home because Miss Allen, his stepmother, dies of pneumonia. At the age of 20, in 1826, Poe attends West Point as his father agrees to pay for his schooling, but 2 years later, he deliberately gets kicked out of West Point. From that point, his father separates from him. In 1834, John Allen, Poe's stepfather, dies, leaving Edgar nothing in his will. Poe begins to drink and drink more. At the age of 26, Poe finally gets his first paid job as a writer and critic after winning a writing contest. From his last job and still not being able to support himself, Poe goes on and moves to his aunt's house where he meets his cousin Victoria. She was 13 years old, and he marries her. At the age of 30, Poe writes his famous The Fall of the House of Usher, but receives no pay. He still managed to maintain his low-paying job and was not able to support himself. At the age of 36, his wife Virginia becomes ill of pneumonia. The deadly disease has plagued Edgar Allan Poe. During this time, he writes the famous piece of writing, The Raven. In 1847, his wife Virginia dies. She was 24 years old. She was the same age as Edgar Allan Poe's biological mother. From 1847 to 1849, Poe's alcoholism takes over his life as he continues writing and living an unstable life. In 1849, at the age of 40, Poe is found unconscious in the streets of Baltimore and is taken to a hospital, where he dies on October 7, 1849. After his death, and to this point, Edgar Allan Poe's stories and writings have gained worldwide recognition, labeling him as one of America's greatest writers.